Dependable, dependable God. It doesn't.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia Joy, and it is a blessing to have you. I pray that you are having an amazing day or night whenever it is the time that you are watching this video. Welcome back, guys. Don't mind the hoodie. My hair ain't done. I got to keep it real. Okay, so the Lord has spoke to me two names. He gave me Jonah and he gave me Job. And this was, I have the exact date back in here, but I don't want to keep y'all waiting. It was in February. It was early February. And I was in prayer and worship. I began to fall asleep because some of you may know that's how the Lord begins to speak to some of us when we're drifted and falling asleep. He spoke the names Jonah and Job, and I did not understand at first. And, sometimes we just have to wait a little longer for the Lord to give you the revelation and why he spoke what he spoke to you, or the names in this matter of what he given me. So God is so good and so strategic. So now I'm coming back with this word. It is March 24th, 2024. Okay, so Jonah and Job. We all know the stories, or if you don't know the story about Job, Job was a faithful servant unto the Lord. And the Lord, Satan came to the Lord and basically said, hand Job over to me. That basically saying, give him to me, he's going to fold. He will no longer walk the righteous walk. And the Lord was like, absolutely not. Now I'm paraphrasing you guys. The Lord was like, absolutely not. That's my faithful servant right now, right there. Job would never do that. So the Lord handed Job over to Satan, and Satan tried to tempt him, but Job was faithful. Job lost it all. He lost his children. His children died. He lost his home. He lost all of his cattle. He lost absolutely everything, okay? But he stayed faithful to the Lord. And because of his faithfulness, he was rewarded and he got back double than what he lost. Now, the story with Jonah is Jonah was running from his calling, right? And so basically he was swallowed up by a big fish in the sea. He was in the belly of the fish for 3 days, okay? Because he was being disobedient to what the Lord has called him to do. So, okay, I'm still like, Lord, why did you give me, Jonah and that? So basically what the Lord is saying is to your enemies, he is handing your enemies over to Satan, okay? And you guys probably like, what? Bring this word back to the Lord. Biblical times it has happened, and we are still in those times. The Lord is very much so alive. He is doing the same exact thing. He is handing your enemies over to Satan. Why? There's two parts. That's why I gave you Jonah. Jonah, disobedient. So he's handing your enemies over to Satan due to disobedience, from them running and from their calling, or just running from what the Lord has asked them to do or asked for them not to do. Let the story fit in. Only you will know what your story is. So a lot of your enemies are being handed over to Satan because it's the only way. The Lord has spoken to me. He is humbling them. It is the only way. They're going to be scared straight, if that makes sense, because they're not listening, because they are just running around rampant like the enemy and just thinking they could do whatever they want to do and handle situations the way they want to handle them. The Lord is saying, I am handing them over to Satan. So they're going to be so scared that they're going to be scared straight. Okay. And to the other ones, this is a different message. When it comes to Job, to you watching on the other side of the screen, you have been going through a lot. You have lost everything. It just seemed like one thing after the other. The Lord has handed you over to Satan, and that's exactly what is happening. And sometimes people be like, why would the Lord do that? Because it's a test of your faith. That's what Job was going through in that exact moment. It was a test of his faith, that when he lost everything, was he still going to be faithful to the Lord? Was he still going to have his face at his feet and give him the glory? So that's what a lot of you guys been encountering, been losing everything. It just seems like you can't get ahead. It's been one problem after the other. That's exactly what's taking place in your life. So some of you are in that season now where you're crossing over, where you lost everything and you still was obedient to God. You still his servant. You still praised his holy name, and you still was obedient to everything that he called you to do. Now the Lord is getting ready to reward you with more than what you lost. And to the other half of you guys, You are about to encounter this. You're about to lose one thing after the other, but it's a test of your faith. It's going to be hard. It's going to be extremely hard because you have to understand that the Lord is coming back soon, sooner than expected. Because as he's been speaking to me, I know he's been speaking to a lot of you guys out there, that the world has become like uh, Sodom and Gomorrah, right? A very raw, negative, demonic place. The world has came back to that place. And thank you, Holy Spirit, because I had no idea. But that is crazy. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah, I advise you guys to go read it yourself. It's basically a lot of sin that was going on there. Okay, you have a lot of adultery, harlotry. If a lot of you guys don't know what harlotry is, that's basically the word for prostitution. Okay, there's a lot of killing, stealing, robbing. There's a lot of boastfulness. Um, there's just a lot of negativity and things that's taking place on the earth that the Lord is extremely angry, and He is speaking that He is coming back sooner than what was expected, meaning that times have becoming shorter now. That's why things are happening so fast, because what the Lord is getting ready to do for His kingdom and the people that He is using for His kingdom, um, He's speeding it up, if that makes sense, because what has to be done for His kingdom has to be done. There is no more time wasted. You don't even have time. Like, the time is now. The time is now to get yourself in check, to get yourself right. None of us is perfect, but the Lord knows everybody's heart. Okay, the Lord knows everybody's heart, and He knows if you really 10 toes down for Him or if you just pretending. So let that fit in where it fit in at. But yeah, so Job and Jonah, that is that. Until then, stay blessed, stay focused, and stay obedient. I'll see you next time.
Dependable, dependable.